Wilhelm Stenhammar. Carl Wilhelm Eugen Stenhammar, February 7, 1871, November 20, 1927, was a Swedish composer, conductor, and pianist. Biography. Stenhammar was born in Stockholm and was the brother of architect Ernst Stenhammar. He received his first musical education in Stockholm. He then went to Berlin to further his studies in music. He became a glowing admirer of German music, particularly that of Richard Wagner and Anton Bruckner. Stenhammar himself described the style of his first symphony in F major as idyllic Bruckner. He subsequently sought to emancipate himself and write in a more Nordic style, looking to Carl Nielsen and Jean Sibelius for guidance. The latter's Symphony No. 2, especially, had a great effect on him, leading him to change his style and withdraw his own first symphony from performance. Having seen Sibelius's symphony performed in Stockholm, Stenhammar wrote to him, "You should know that you are in my thoughts daily ever since I heard the symphony. You magnificent person! It is of course a huge armful of wonder that you brought up out of the unconscious and ineffable depth. That which I felt has been verified. You are in this moment for me as the foremost, the only, the enigmatic one. I have also just written a symphony. At least it is called a symphony, and only in accordance with the understanding that you perhaps have forgotten should it be dedicated to you. However, nothing came of it. It is quite good, but somewhat superficial. I yearn to reach my inner self. You can wait until I have arrived there. The great day when this happens, I will print your name in large letters on the title page. It may become a symphony or something else." The result of his search for a new style was the Second Symphony in G minor, composed nearly 12 years after the First Symphony, which shows the influence of Nielsen, Sibelius, and Franz Berwald, among others. From 1906 to 1922, Stenhammar was artistic director and chief conductor of the Gothenburg Symphony, the first full-time professional orchestra in Sweden. In this capacity, he organized many performances of music by contemporary Scandinavian composers. In 1909, he briefly held the position of director of music at Uppsala University, where he was succeeded the following year by Hugo Olfven. Wilhelm Stenhammar died of a stroke at 56 years of age in Jonsered in the historic province of Västergötland. He is buried in Gothenburg. Work. His works were quite varied and included 2 completed symphonies, a substantial serenade for orchestra, 2 piano concertos, 4 piano sonatas, a violin sonata, 6 string quartets, many songs and other vocal works, including several large-scale works for chorus or voices and orchestra, the early ballad Flores och Blandsäfflor, Op. 3, written around 1891, Ithaca, Op. 21, from 1904, the cantatas at Folka People from 1905, and Sanjan the Song, Op. 44, from 1921. Writing in the Chamber Music Journal, RHR, Silvertrust notes that Stenhammar's 6 string quartets are the most important written, between those of Johannes Brahms and Béla Bartók. Whether or not this is so, there is no denying that Stenhammar's quartets represent a very important development during the 25 years he was writing chamber music. Tonally, they range from the middle-late Romantics to a style akin to mature Sibelius. Though not unknown by the Swedish chamber music public, his string quartets have been neglected elsewhere. In 2008, Musikaliska Konstförningen published the world premiere edition of his Allegro Brillante for piano quartet composed in 1891, and his Allegro non tanto for piano trio composed in 1895. Stenhammar was considered the finest Swedish pianist of his time. Pianists who venture into the realm of the string quartet often wind up writing compositions which sound as though they were composed at, and are perhaps better played on, the piano. That Stenhammar's works show no such trait, because for nearly half of his life he worked intimately with the Åland Quartet, the top Swedish string quartet of his day, and one of the best then performing in Europe. In fact, he toured throughout Europe with them for many years, and a piano quintet was nearly always featured on their programs. Thus, it is no accident that his quartets show a fine grasp of instrumental timbre and technique. The part writing is sure, always idiomatic and evenly distributed. Stenhammar recorded 5 piano rolls for Weltminjan on 21 September 1905. List of compositions. Orchestral works. Piano Concerto No. 1 in B-flat minor, Op. 1 1893. Excelsior. Concert Overture, Op. 13 1896. Symphony No. 1 in F major 1902-3 withdrawn. Piano Concerto No. 2 in D minor, Op. 23 1904-1907. 2 Sentimental Romances for Violin and Orchestra, Op. 28 1910. Serenade in F major, Op. 31 1908-13, Reverend. 1919. Symphony No. 2 in G minor, Op. 34 1911-1915. Symphony No. 3 in C major 1918-19, Fragment. Opera and choral works. Flores and Blanzefler for baritone and orchestra, Op. 3 1891. Gillet Pa Solhaug Opera, Op. 6 1892-1893. Turfing Opera, Op. 15 1897-1898. Ithaca for baritone and orchestra, Op. 21 1904. Et Folk Cantata, Op. 22 1904-1905. Midwinter for mixed chorus and orchestra, Op. 24 1907. Sanjan Symphonic Cantata for soloists, mixed chorus, children's choir and orchestra, Op. 44 1921. Around 60 songs. Chamber music. String Quartet No. 1 in C major, Op. 2 1894. String Quartet No. 2 in C minor, Op. 14 1896. String Quartet No. 3 in F major, Op. 18 1897-1900. String Quartet in F minor 1897. String Quartet No. 4 in A minor, Op. 25 1904-1909. String Quartet No. 5 in C major, Op. 29 1910. String Quartet No. 6 in D minor, Op. 35 1916. Violin Sonata in A minor, Op. 1918-99-1900. Allegro ma non tanto in A major, for piano trio 1895. Allegro brillante in E-flat major, for piano quartet 1891. Piano music. Sonata No. 1 in C major 1880. Sonata No. 2 in C minor 1881. Sonata No. 3 in A flat major 1885. Sonata No. 4 in G minor 1890. 3 Fantasies, Op. 11 1895. Sonata in A flat major, Op. 12 1895. Late Summer, 5 piano pieces, Op. 33 1914. Incidental music. Laudolzy Esjunger, Op. 39 1919. Laudolzy sings, a drama by H. Jalmar Bergman.